What's going on, traders? Andrew O'Connell with Pristine Capital coming at you with yet another market recap video. It is June 7th, 2021. Please go ahead and click the like button on this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this content. It really helps with the almighty YouTube algorithm, helps me get the message out to more people. So please go ahead, share this video with 10 of your closest friends and relatives. All right. So with that being said, today we're going to talk about the price action in the indices. We're going to go over the trades that I took. We're going to go into sectors and style factors. We're going to talk about all of it. We'll go through some options order flow. Excuse me. Before we jump into all that, though, quick risk disclaimer: nothing in this video should be construed as investment advice or recommendations. Please follow your own trading plan and your own risk parameters. And last but certainly not least, do not YOLO your entire account into any one of my trades. It's pretty funny. I went home over the past weekend. I went to visit my family. My niece had some gymnastics. And I got to see my mom when I went home. And occasionally she'll watch my recap videos. And she was like, "What do you mean by YOLOing into your YOLOing into your trades?" So I had to explain to her what it means to YOLO and all that stuff and all the crazy stuff going on with retail traders. So that was fun. But anyway, box scores for today. S&P 500 was down 0.1% as measured by the SPY. The NASDAQ QQQ was down up 0.3%, excuse me. Then we had the IWM small caps leading the way today, up 1.34%, and we had the Dow Jones down 0.38%. So very mixed day across the board. Looking at our S&P 500 here, you can see this is still constructive price action. So I think for today, the key was not getting shaken out or scared out of your positions when the market was on its lows. And you can see we opened up and we were selling throughout the day. Some buyers came in and propped us up here. Not really a whole lot of information, but we're still trading above this monthly value area, which is my line in the sand in terms of, how aggressive I want to be with my trading. We're above all these key moving averages. So as of right now, we're par for the course, holding above value. Let's jump over to our NQ. I think that's getting pretty interesting here. So the NASDAQ was actually the weakest index this morning. Whoa, what's going on here? You just saw that movement here where this candle just like, boop, went up. But here we go. So NASDAQ broke out from this monthly value area on Friday, and now today we actually got some nice follow through. So you can see the NQ futures, as of right now, they're up 0.37%, and yeah, this is a textbook breakout. So yeah, we have this 14K level on the NASDAQ that is in sight. We have prior all-time highs, which are also in sight, which is really cool. Like about a month ago, the NASDAQ looked horrible. Look at this. It was plummeting to lows here, and everyone thought we were going to tag this VPOC down low. NASDAQ has rebounded pretty beautifully here. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But NASDAQ as of right now, I'm pretty much geared up in a lot of these FANG names and a lot of these mega cap tech names. This thing looks like it's getting stronger. Okay, then we'll pull up our Russell. Russell led the way today. Russell also looks very strong. So look at this, really strong day here, closed right on the highs. We're also above value, and we're closing in, right here on this 23.66 level, which capped the rally a couple months ago. So yeah, small caps cannot sleep on these either. They're looking very solid. And then the Dow Jones has been very solid throughout the entirety of 2020. And the Dow Jones actually had some profit taking today, down 0.38%, and ended up by the close of business to be the worst performing index of the day. So you can definitely see there's some rotation on the tape, players transitioning into and out of different groups. So it's definitely important to be on top of that and, just be cognizant that, things in the market can change, and they do all the time. This is our sector or index breadth. Yeah, today's tough. Let's see. We had negative breadth in the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Dow Jones. The only one that was positive was the IWM. So this was kind of a strange day where, me personally, I made a lot of progress in my account. But yeah, by the breadth, you would think this would be a really challenging day where, like, not many stocks are going up. Breadth's super negative. But there were a lot of different stocks that were moving very nicely. So we'll jump into that shortly. It's our FinViz heat map. You can see a lot of red on this heat map, but there were some bright spots. So some of the mega cap tech names were pretty bright. Real estate, utilities, and then, yeah, a lot of red elsewhere, to be honest. And it looks like some rotation out of the banks and some of these restaurants, essentially the reopening plays. Going to our sectors, you can see here biotech had an amazing day. So I believe it was IBB, which is Biogen. Let's see. Or no, this is the tech. This is the biotech ETF. It's this one right here. Yeah, BIIB. Yeah, this company Biogen, they got approved for an Alzheimer's drug today. So yeah, this name really blasted off, and I think that led to a lot of just optimism with all these biotech companies. Now let's see here. Yes, we had biotech, which is our best performer. The SPAC ETF was up 2.94%. Very odd. The SPACs were horrible throughout February, March, and April. You can see now they're in the top 3 in terms of sector momentum. So this is super strange, very topsy-turvy. Could have something to do with the fact that we do have quarter end approaching in June. So yeah, maybe people are rebalancing, getting their ducks in a row, etc., etc. And then what else was strong? The ARK fund was up 2.9%. ARK-G was up over 3.5%. Then some of these weak sectors, we had materials down 1.22%. We had the Chinese internet names down. So yeah, very bifurcated market. Looking at our style factors, red for the day, we had high beta, which was down 0.13%. We had value down 0.33%. Best performers on the day today were cyclicals up 1.1%. And you can see this international value here up 0.44%. So let's take a look. We'll pull up some of my trades for the day. I actually didn't do all that much trading today. Kind of kept it nice and tight. Let's see. Yeah, I see somebody in our member chat. They said Chewy and Frog, boy. Let's see. Okay. All right, I'm just grabbing these. So some options trades. So I took skills today. Every weekend I do a lot of research. I put together a watch list for Pristine Capital members. Skills was a name on the watch list for this week. I picked up some August 25 strike calls for $2.85 this morning. And you can see Skills had a nice ripper of a day here. Up 8.71%. This name really blasted higher when they announced they were doing an acquisition of a digital advertising company. Then you can see consolidated 2 days of very tight price action on very low volume. And really what I said in my weekend watch list video is, hey, it doesn't really look like anybody's selling this thing after that huge up candle. And now today we got some nice follow through outside reversal day, and we closed at about $22 a share. So I'm long the 25 strike calls, which is right here. And really what I'm playing for is, hey, maybe we get a move up to this virgin point of control up at around $26.58. So yeah, Skills looking really nice. And this is a nice trend reversal play right here. And then Microsoft, I took this at the very end of the day. Microsoft broke out of this monthly value area. And what I try to do when I see these FANG names that are starting to act really well, I try to take those. I find them to be pretty reliable setups. Like this was the last time Microsoft broke above a monthly value area here, right here. And look at the run that it had. So I see there's a virgin point of control right ahead of us here at about 257.77. So I was like, oh yeah, of course. All day I am taking that setup. So yeah, I got long some July calls. And then I also did some common stock trading as well. Yeah, this one here. So I entered some CZR. This is Caesar's Resorts. I entered this one right on the open here at 934. I actually thought that this one might run given there was some relative strength in the small caps. So I took a starter position and I said, if in the next 30 minutes the stock remains buoyant, I'll add to my starter and just do a full position. Ended up adding to it, had a combined cost basis of 112.85. And I noticed by the end of the day, this was at 329. Caesars didn't really do all that much. So look at Caesars. This one went from green to red. So you can see, this to me, when the market is moving really nicely and there's a lot of stocks that are making good progress where you can really compound your account. For me, I don't want to stay in something like this when it just can't get any traction and, flips from green to red. So I stopped out of that one by the end of the day. And let's see here. Yeah, so I stopped out for 110.55. I had paid 112.85. And this one's nice. I like just having very tight risk on my trades. So this one, it's even though it was a stop out, to me that was all right, that was good. And then I also got long some DocuSign for 239.10. And DocuSign, this is another name that was on our watch list here. This one had really strong earnings last week. And then you can see, nice follow through today. So we have a virgin point of control up here at around 247.93. That's probably where I'll look for an initial target. And this one acted much better throughout the day. So this one, of course, I held into the close. So that's the thing. In terms of trading, you want to be that trader where if a trade works, you keep it on. If the trade doesn't work, you take it off. Most traders, the reason why they don't make it, the reason why they don't make money and why they're horrible at this is because they do the opposite. I had DocuSign, I had Caesars today. They would go, all right, I'm going to take off DocuSign. I made a couple bucks here. And then Caesars I'll leave on because I want it to come back. So it's just very important to not really be in that mindset. And if something, you're playing a game of probabilities. So if something, okay, the setup was right, I took the setup, then the setup doesn't materialize, boom, you have to jump out. And you just have to be disciplined. So let's see, DocuSign, I like this one for tomorrow. We'll see if it trades in this wick. Yeah, overall, nice trading day. We'll see here. Let's pull up our options order flow real quick. And let's see what we had. All right, let's pull this up. So we had some Google flow. I actually have a Google call spread that expires this Friday. Let's take a look at Google. Oh, I started typing in Google. Yeah, this little known company. It's called Google. Yeah, you can see here trading at 2466. The spread that I have on, I have the 2420 by 2430 call spread that expires this Friday. So we'll see. Probably tomorrow I might just take a target on it. So yeah, we'll see. This one, it's at close to a maximum winner, but one of the things that you don't want to do is you have a trade, you're sitting on a max winner, and there's very little upside left in it and a whole lot of downside because you're almost at a full winner, and then something happens, there's some market volatility, and the winner turns into a loser. So I might take a target on this one tomorrow. Yeah, seeing some options order flow for this name. And then this to me was the savage move here at 1050. And this told me, hey, we might get some strength in the Qs. So these are TQQQ calls that went up in two $1.2 million increments. If you're not familiar with this, this is the triple leveraged NASDAQ ETF. So they're buying calls which are a leveraged position on a triple leveraged ETF. So to me, that's saying okay, this player thinks NASDAQ is going higher. And sure enough, it did end up moving higher throughout the day. I actually jumped off the desk at around 11:30, and that has been helping me so much. I jumped off the desk, got a workout in, I went to the grocery store, and it's been super helpful because when you have a day like today, it was a very slow day, honestly. We were just kind of trading down a little bit, then we'd grind a little bit higher, you can sort of lose your mind. You can get shaken out of positions. So yeah, it was nice for me to get off around lunchtime. And then you come back in the afternoon. One of my new sayings is, nothing good happens between really 11:30 and 1:30. That's when every institutional trader is getting their lunch. They're taking their meetings. So yeah, not much goes on. Now let's see if there's anything else for options order flow. That really stuck out. Yeah, these Biogen calls going up. That makes sense. The stock was up like 50% today. Then I see some NVIDIA. Let's take a quick look at NVIDIA. Okay, yeah, NVIDIA up 0.23%. This one definitely looks like it's getting a little tired, and it's a little extended here. But it's definitely, one of the strongest, if not the strongest stock in the market right now. So this is one I continue to watch. But, just given my process, I would never enter it when it's this extended. So that being said, hope you all had an awesome trading day. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're interested in becoming a member of the Pristine Capital trading community, feel free to sign up on my website, pristinecapital.net. Feel free to reach out to me if you'd like a free trial of the service. And I will see you all tomorrow.